And then there were four. Welcome back to the Armchair Galacticos podcast. Tonight's episode, the quarterfinals, all four of them in 3 days flat. Let's start in Boston because it set the tone for everything that followed. Right winners, wrong dramas. Kylian Mbappé missed a penalty against Morocco, then made up for it twice, scoring the opener in the 61st minute and setting up Ousmane Dembélé for the second 6 minutes later. Soufiane Rahimi came on for Morocco at 62 minutes, chasing an equalizer that never arrived. France won 2-0, reached a third straight World Cup semifinal, and Mbappe's 8th goal of the tournament pulled him level with Lionel Messi atop the Golden Boot race. Two of the best players alive tied on goals, both teams still standing. That storyline alone would carry most tournaments. It was just the opening match of this round. Spain versus Belgium in Los Angeles the next day had its own gut punch before kickoff. Belgium's captain Yuri Tielemans was named in the starting lineup and then withdrew with a hamstring injury in the warm-up, replaced by Hans van Aken 12 minutes before kickoff. With zero time to prepare, Spain's 6-match tournament-long clean sheet died 10 minutes after Fabian Ruiz put them ahead when Charles de Ketelaere leveled it. Thibaut Courtois went off injured in the 73rd for backup keeper Sen Lamens, and it was Lamens who spilled the ball that substitute Mikel Merino buried in the 88th minute. On the pitch for all of 117 seconds, Spain won 2-1 and reached their first World Cup semifinal since they won the whole thing in 2010. And yes, this is the second straight knockout match Merino has decided from the bench, after doing the exact same thing against Portugal in the round of 16. At some point, we have to stop calling it a coincidence and start calling it a plan. Then, July 11th gave us both remaining quarterfinals, and neither one made it through 90 minutes. England versus Norway in Miami was billed as the marquee matchup, and it delivered, just not the way anyone expected. Andreas Schjelderup put Norway ahead in the 36th minute, Jude Bellingham leveled it right before the break, and the match's strangest moment arrived in the 56th. A Torbjorn Hagem goal was disallowed by VAR for a push by Erling Haaland himself in the build-up. Neither side found a winner in normal time. 3 minutes into extra time, Bellingham struck again off a spilled Ørjan Nyland save, and then Norway did something nobody can fully explain. Manager Ståle Solbakken substituted Haaland, his best player, the tournament's leading scorer, at halftime of extra time with his team still trailing. England held on to win 2-1. Let's be clear about what actually happened here. Bellingham's 2 goals were the entire difference in this match. Haaland never scored. He gave away the foul that got a goal disallowed, and then he watched the finish from the bench. England reached their first semifinal since 2018, and in Kansas City, Argentina versus Switzerland gave us the single strangest incident of this whole World Cup. Alexis Mac Allister headed in a messy corner in the 10th minute, Messi's only real contribution of the night, a much quieter game than his round of 16 heroics. Dan Ndoye leveled it for Switzerland in the 67th, and 5 minutes later, referee João Pinheiro initially booked Argentina's Leandro Paredes for a foul on Breel Embolo, before VAR stepped in under the mistaken identity protocol and determined that Embolo himself should be booked. For simulation, second yellow, red card, and Switzerland played the final 48-plus minutes with 10 men, despite being the team that was fouled in the first place. They held out heroically into extra time anyway, before Julian Alvarez curled in a stunner in the 112th minute, and Lautaro Martinez buried the rebound in the 121st, literally the last kick of the match. Argentina win 3-1 and reach the semifinal against England. So after 100 matches, with a topsy-turvy World Cup full of surprises, crazy finished in magical moments, where we stand is exactly what the seeding predicted. The top 4 teams in the world pre-tournament are the last ones standing. Didn't need to be a Galactico to predict that. So here's where the couch actually stands after 4 matches. 4 correct winners out of 4, which sounds perfect until you notice the couch nailed almost nothing about how any of them actually happened. One exact scoreline, Argentina 3-1, and even that came with a predicted Messi brace that turned into a Messi assist. The semifinals are set. Spain face France on July 14th in Arlington, and England face Argentina on July 15th in Atlanta. Messi and Mbappé enter tied at the top of the Golden Boot race, and their teams could both still be playing when it matters most. That's the Armchair Galactico's read on the quarterfinals. The couch is signing off. Right about every winner, wrong about almost everything else, same as always.